Hey there, interwebs! One of this channel's earliest regular features, or at least topic of regular discussion, was mathematics, but I feel as though that's been forgotten lately, overshadowed by other series such as How Fascinating, Flag Shaming, and Russell's Guide to Monsters. But not this day. This day is special. Today is a Pythagorean Theorem day, and the next one won't be for another 5 years. At this point you may be wondering what exactly is a Pythagorean Theorem day. If you aren't, the rest of this video probably won't interest you very much, and frankly, I'm not sure why you clicked on it in the first place. For everyone else, a Pythagorean Theorem day, or just PTD for short, is any date where the last 2 digits of the year squared is equal to the sum of the squares of the day and the month. Basically, the Pythagorean theorem is usually abbreviated as a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but with a PTD, d squared plus m squared equals y squared. For example, today is the 16th of December, 2020. 16 squared plus 12 squared is 256 plus 144, a sum of 400, which is 20 squared. The previous PTD was August 15th, 2017. In that case, 15 squared plus 8 squared is 225 plus 64, which is equal to 289, or 17 squared. Isn't this fun? I certainly think so, and I love me some recreational mathematics, but compared to my dad, I look like an innumerate arithmophobe. Your word of the day is arithmophobia, which is the irrational fear of numbers. This shouldn't be confused with the fear of irrational numbers, which I propose we name epiphobia, though perhaps it should rightly be spelled like this. Get it? My dad suggested the names Pythagoraphobia and surdophobia. A surd is an irrational number, but often specifically the irrational root of a rational number, such as the square root of 2 or the cube root of 5/7. Pythagoraphobia, not to be confused with agoraphobia, references the belief of the Pythagoreans that all numbers, that is, ratios of the lengths of line segments, could be represented as rational fractions given a sufficiently large denominator, and according to legend, they feared irrational numbers once their existence was mathematically proven. This brings the discussion back around to PTDs, and when I first learned about them, I instantly knew my dad would also love to know about them, and sent him a quick email just to introduce the concept. As proof of what gigantic nerds we are, I spent another 20 minutes playing with dates, and that lone email torpedoed Dad's productivity for the next 2 hours. I know this because he told me so in his reply, and, as a matter of fact, most of the script for this video comes from that original email correspondence. In his reply, he mentioned that he'd prefer to call them Pythagorean triples days rather than Pythagorean theorem days, and I have to agree with him on that point. Happily, this means we can still use the abbreviation PTD, and the next PTD will be July 24th, 2025, because 24 squared plus 7 squared is 25 squared. I should mention now that all of these dates are only PTDs on the Gregorian calendar. Jews are 3,760 years ahead, and Muslims are 578 years behind, and that's not even considering the fact that they have different months, too. Dad also pointed out, however, that if we aren't bound to using the year as the hypotenuse, we could celebrate the next PTD a year minus 1 day earlier, on July 25th, 2024. The next PTD after July 24th, 2025 will occur exactly 15 months later, on October 24th, 2026, and that will be the last PTD of the century. You see, due to geometric limits on how big a hypotenuse can get when the lengths of the legs are restricted, all PTDs are confined to roughly the first quarter of each century. If not for October 24th, 26th, they'd all occur in the first 25 years. That being said, since we only use the last 2 digits of the year, this means it resets every 100 and the cycle begins again. The relevant Pythagorean triples for finding these dates are 5, 12, 13, its double 10, 24, 26, 7, 24, 25, 8, 15, 17, and 3, 4, 5 in its multiples, 6, 8, 10, 9, 12, 15, and 12, 16, 20. If the year must come last, but we don't care about day-month order, then these give us the dates March 4th, 2005, April 3rd, 2005, June 8th, 2010, August 6th, 2010, May 12th, 2013, December 5th, 2013, September 12th, 2015, December 9th, 2015, August 15th, 2017, December 16th, 2020, July 24th, 2025, and October 24th, 2026, or whichever century you're currently in. If you use year-month-day notation, which is best for long-term record-keeping as befits this sort of holiday, you instead get PTDs on April 5th, 2003, March 5th, 2004, December 13th, 2005, August 10th, 2006, June 10th, 2008, December 15th, 2009, May 13th, 2012, September 15th, 2012, August 17th, 2015, December 20th, 2016, July 25th, 2024, and October 26th, 2024. If we allow the use of any order, including the non-standard month-year-day, day-year-month, and year-day-month, we have all the PTDs previously mentioned, as well as May 4th, 2003, May 3rd, 2004, October 8th, 2006, and October 6th, 2008. That's right, the fourth Star Wars day of each century is also a Pythagorean Theorem day. Nerds and geeks alike can join hands and rejoice. Of course, if we don't limit ourselves to the last 2 digits of the year, and instead insist on using the full year, that means the last PTD was October 24th, AD 26. But, on the other hand, if we use the entire year instead of the square of the year, the last ever Pythagorean Theorem day would have also been the last day of the year 1105. But those days are gone forever now. We shall forevermore have to make do with the square of the last 2 digits. At least until the Second Coming, or another suitably cataclysmic change which justifies resetting the calendar again. Thanks for watching, and have a nice Pythagorean Triples day.